Uncle Carlese!
The Carlese Show, it's the man behind the mic. Tell the truth, keep it real, plus I give advice. Better tune in if you want to get your life. Catch me in the kitchen with the sugar and... Welcome back to the Carlese Show, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I don't have my tea with me today, so y'all see I don't got my mug. I'm a little frustrated, so hopefully with the tea Johnny's about to spill, he can get me in a better mood. Kick it, Johnny.
Do I ever, man? Do you have any idea who's coming back to reality TV? Or back? She was never even here, so let's just say she's gracing us with her presence, as she would like to say.
Ooh, Cher?
Did you just say Cher?
No, I was telling you to share.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you
that
say
was
Cher?
That was a play on words.
Okay.
You know, I did that on purpose.
Mariah Carey is
Yeah.
coming to reality TV.
Mariah Carey, the same Mariah who paid dust to J-Lo?
That's the one.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that.
She apparently is gonna have, you know, film crew following her around her Vegas residency, talking about children, her new engagement to
the
what
ugly
is his
billionaire.
name? James Parker.
The ugly billionaire.
He is an ugly billionaire, but he is a billionaire nonetheless. And like I said,
I just need like $2 million.
No,
because I'll spend $2 million.
She's stacking already by herself. So I mean, anything that comes her way is just, you know.
And I mean, Mariah is like the diva, but I miss the curly hair Mariah.
The old
one,
school,
the fantasy on the roller coasters. Patti LaBelle, is she? No. Is Patti LaBelle? She says she's Patti LaBelle's niece. No.
I think it's Patti LaBelle's goddaughter or something like that.
Yeah. So
something.
So the thing about reality TV is, I don't think Nick's gonna be okay with that. I mean, Nick is about his money. He wants his coins, but it's gonna be in their children's life.
I was even surprised that she was actually like agreed to this at the beginning. Like,
I'm surprised because the good thing, what we like about Mariah is that she's a mystery.
She's very
like
mysterious.
we kind of want to know what it's like being in her life and her closet and different things like that. And if she opens up, like people are gonna lose respect because they're gonna see she's really a diva. And
her little crib segment that she had, she was just walking around so slowly, grabbing everybody's by the hand.
She's
trying
gonna
to
be
take
a
her to her
turn off.
apartment.
So what network is picking her up?
It's gonna be on E Network.
E Network. Okay, so Jennifer Lopez has her residency, right? Mariah has her residency.
Britney has her residency.
Ryan Seacrest is probably going to be producing this show, right?
More than likely, yes.
He's also producing J-Lo's show Shades of Blue.
It's going to be on E Network as well?
No, it's not. It's already on NBC, but he's the executive producer.
Oh, okay.
I see a conflict of interest.
Some shade.
Like, if you are my producer and one of your other people, one of your other clients is showing me dust, like, I'm finna go somewhere else because I'm not finna do that.
How does that look like? Yeah.
I wouldn't take it.
Donald Trump pissed off Anonymous, y'all.
Donald Hump?
Donald Trump pissed off Anonymous. If you guys aren't aware, Anonymous is that well-known hacker group online that just about goes in on anybody stupid.
And they wear a mask, huh?
They wore a mask.
It's like a scary mask they wear.
Have you seen V for Vendetta? It's the exact same mask from V for Vendetta.
That sounds familiar.
But they declared cyber war on Donald Trump, and they are asking all of us with computers to share all their videos and to help get this momentum going. They're trying to take that guy down. They are done. They are over it.
But that's scary because they're saying share their videos, but what if sharing their videos might put like a virus on your computer or something? Like, that might be their way to get into your computer.
True
and
that,
then they're going to take the world over. So you either have them or Donald Trump. I need to go to Mars. I can't with.
I'm going with Anonymous because they targeted Kanye West, and you know how I feel about Kanye. So I mean, they kind of got some.
Did they get Kanye?
I have no idea.
Okay. They just need to break in their phones and send us all the naked pictures of Ivana Trump. Is it Ivana?
Ivana or something like that.
Donald Trump has some bad ones though.
He's horrible. He said that if Ivana wasn't his daughter, that would be his like girl or like his lover. Which is kind of weird.
Who does that? He's a horrible person for that. But I mean, I think, like you said, Donald Trump is like a joke that's gone way too far.
I honestly thought it was like just like a like a joke. But as soon as he started actually running and seeing him in campaigns, I was like, oh my God, we are in trouble, you guys.
And he's actually like winning states and.
Dude, did you see how like Chicago shut it down though? Yeah. Chicago shut it down.
But what I don't like about the whole Donald Trump situation is that every other state he goes through, he's getting a shoe thrown at him or a rally. Like, a president is supposed to be liked. Even with the other presidents, if some of them are not liked, people don't disrespect them. They just don't vote for him. They don't throw shoes at him. They don't fight him. They don't start anything. They don't do any of that. So,
because he's such a volatile man that nobody has respect for him except for the people that are low-key racist and low-key, like, you know, hate it, or just low-key hate towards
And
people.
he's disrespect. And you know what's crazy? I hate how a lot of the presidents who are already rich, they try to relate to our situation. I know how it is where you're coming from. I know, no, a few of them do. Like, you don't know how it is coming from. You've been rich pretty much your whole life. You don't know how it is to be in my neighborhood. You don't know how it is to go to Macy's and try to find a Trump tie for $35 that you put on the market.
And he stays.
I got two of them. I'm mad.
He stays going towards like the, what's it called? Like the violence. He's all for the violence. He's saying, you know, if any protesters up in here, punch them in the face and I'll pay for the legal fees. Which is kind of weird because I'm like, you were trying to run our country.
You're stirring stuff up.
Like
exactly.
you were trying to run our country, and that's just terrifying.
Exactly.
To be quite honest.
No bueno.
But moving right along, Lindsay Lohan, y'all. Lindsay Lohan is back.
Yeah.
After being on.
She's been to rehab a few times.
She's been on quite a roller coaster, yes.
So what is she back? What's she talk about?
She is actually in love. She's in love now to a 22-year-old millionaire, y'all. Millionaire.
That's not love. That's just lust.
But I mean, she's got money too, though.
The only thing Lindsay loves is addiction.
She's a troubled woman, huh?
I'm just playing.
What was that?
I said the only thing she loves is addiction.
Yeah, I mean, but she looks good. She looks really good for being gone
What's
through
his
what she's
name?
gone
Like
through.
Igor?
Igor. Like the monster Igor.
Yeah. Well, what I don't like about this is he's 22.
She's 29.
She's 29.
22, yes.
He's from a different country.
He's Russian, but he has a real estate agency in London, I believe so. And that's what he's going off of it. And Lindsay's spending all her time in London. And I'm just happy for her. I'm really glad she's, you know.
I don't think it's going to work.
Because,
okay, he's overseas, and he just sees this Hollywood star in America, in the United States.
Okay.
So they got targets on their back. So when you're in Hollywood, you never know if they really want you because it's been a fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to get her. Like, oh, I grew up watching Parent Trap.
But honestly, who's going to want Lindsay? Like,
you'd be surprised. There's a lot more people worse than Lindsay.
I like Lindsay because she's just crazy. Like,
so if you grew up watching Parent Trap and you always had like a crush on that little girl, you know what I mean? It's kind of like as she grow up, like, oh, I've been wanting to be with her for a long time. And it could be, and then his homeboys are going to be like, oh, you got this and that. So he's going to get props for that.
Yeah.
So you never, you know what I mean? But we'll see how it play out because only time will tell.
I just hope she gets it right this time.
Would you date Lindsay?
I'd date Lindsay.
Exactly. And you don't even like girls, so that's what I'm saying.
It's like dating Carrie Herron.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but yeah, he's got his own agency for real estate, and they're doing big things, I hope. So kudos to Lindsay. And Jared Fogle, the most recent ex-Subway spokesperson, just got beat to a bloody pulp.
So how many years did they actually give him?
I have no idea. I didn't even pay attention to the trial.
I think they ended up giving him what, 13 to 15 years?
To Jared?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but I'm just here for the team, man.
And then good behavior, they're gonna have him do 80% of the time, so he's gonna end up doing 10, and then 3 laws are gonna change, so he's really gonna end up doing 7. Then he's gonna get out.
And since he's already like a public figure, I want to say they give more leniency towards that.
Well, the thing is that when you go to jail for molestation or anything to do with children or not even paying your child support, you have like a target on your back.
An automatic target.
Yeah, exactly. So there's probably some people who are like, "Ooh, I bet you people was like, ooh, I can't wait till he get in there. I'm about to, who beat him up?"
Some 71-year-old man saying that he was very vocal about like his hatred towards child molesters. Yeah, my mother when she was incarcerated, she would tell me stories about how they would get like mothers that would kill their children, their infant children, and that like the cellmates would cry all night and to like just torture them, torture the mothers.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. That's horrible, but it's horrible what he did to land himself in there. He's gonna do some hard time. He's gonna be in locked away from everybody for a long time, and it's just. And the thing I don't like is a 71-year-old probably has a life sentence.
Had nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose, so he's gonna beat him up every time he gets out of lockdown.
But they already locked up the 71-year-old into solitary confinement, I want to say.
They should, but he's gonna get out, and he gonna go upside his head again.
They probably gonna transfer what's his name, Jared.
To where?
I don't know, but I would transfer him. He's in danger.
They need to transfer him to the Madera County Jail.
He'd be done.
No.
He'd be so done.
Madera ain't that gangster.
He'd be done.
Madera ain't that gangster.
But on other news, Rihanna kicked off her anti-tour this week.
Love that. I'm actually want to go to the San Jose one. Actually, we need to look into that and see. Y'all use y'all phones and see like when the tour is actually, and buy our tickets early because I heard it's probably going to sell out.
Okay, so
I hope Drake goes to that one.
He actually went to the Miami one last night, which, you know, was a good sight to
Trina
see.
actually went to the Miami one too. So I was more worried about Trina going to the Rihanna concert than Drake.
She was performing at the Rihanna concert?
No, she just showed up because
Okay.
Trina's a big fan of Rihanna.
Okay.
She likes Rihanna and Beyonce, so she went there. So I was more excited about that. But
I was kind of hoping to see or like hear, hey, what's my name?
true. Well, that's what I thought. I thought they were gonna do more songs, but actually, when she performed at the Britain Awards, Drake came out as well. So I think if he's in the area and he's free, he's gonna come to whatever event, you know, just to. They want to stir up some controversy.
They like to see everyone's, you know,
Exactly.
they like to see everyone's applause and
Exactly.
cheers.
You know, Drake, he lives for the attention.
And they both sexy. They're both
Yeah.
a sexy couple. I mean, who wouldn't want to see them?
They've
you know,
been
dancing together?
they made last year. They made Maxim #1 couple. I'm
I
lying.
would- I
That's
would-
not even a thing. But
I was gonna say, I wouldn't
Maxim,
even doubt
get
it.
at me because I just started another category, and I'll take about 5 million, you know, to you know get him that little idea.
But little Miss Sierra is engaged, y'all.
It's about time.
It's about time.
It
But
seems like they've been together for longer than a year.
it's only been 11 months, but they're moving
If
pretty
you notice,
quickly.
Sierra is always only in the tabloids for the man she's dealing with. She's never in a tabloid for her music or her career.
She stops being in the tabloids for her music after 1-2 Step, I want to
Exactly.
say.
Well, when her goodies ran out, that's what happened. You
There
can't
was
keep
no more
giving the
goodies in that
cookies
goodie
away.
jar, yeah.
Exactly. But I really like Sierra. Like I said, I've been to her concert before, and she's a good performer.
Yeah,
like
she is.
she does her thing. Like, and I
She's
like
an
Sierra,
awesome
and I want the
performer, yeah.
best for her. But I just think she's trying to find herself. She needs to just focus on her career instead of worrying about a ring and future and this and this and that, and she'll be good. So
This guy looks pretty good for her. I mean, he's not the best looking guy, but I mean, he straight up told her, I will take you wherever you want to go, baby. Tell me.
she has her own money to go wherever she want to go. Like when people say that, that's not, you know what I mean? That's just like me telling somebody like, oh, I'll put you on TV. If you like, do something else. Like I'm already like, she's already a millionaire. There's no island she can't go on her own. So show me something different.
Yeah, but
you know?
like, I don't know. I just think that she's very, very, very into this guy now, and her child's pretty much like, you know, the main focus. And he looks like he's in love with the child as well. The child looks like he loves him, so.
I just don't like the idea of buying a car before you test drive it.
Yeah.
Because what's gonna happen is Sierra can do the splits, the back bend, and all of that. They get married and they have their moment. If he can't perform or, you know, live up to her expectations, it's gonna be like this awkward. And I don't know if he's a virgin or what, but
They actually were celibate this entire like
they
11
was.
months.
But before that,
Ooh, I don't know.
you know,
I don't think so.
I want you to keep checking up on that.
Okay.
We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to the Carlese Show, ladies and gentlemen. And my guest for today is my friend Michael. Say what's up, Michael.
What's up, guys?
The reason I chose to bring Michael on today is because Michael has been dabbling in the acting, basically profession, and it's something I really was intrigued by and kind of did. And I know you've been in Hollywood doing your thing, and you're, you know, starting to take off. So I wanted to pick your brain a little bit. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, so my name is Michael Anthony Dinuzzo. I started off just messing around in high school drama and got a tip from my teacher I should keep it going. And then a good friend of actually my dad's named Michael Jordan. Shout out to Michael Jordan.
What, the basketball player?
Not the basketball player. He's another actor. Yeah.
You got
so-
money?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
tell
he's
him I
got a
said,
little
hey,
bit.
whoop. No, I'm just
So he told me about Central Casting, which is, you know, free for anyone to join. So he told me right when I turned 18, go over there, register to be a background actor, and get right into it. And I didn't believe him, but I tried it, and I got on CSI within like a week.
But it's not as appealing as it sounds with the Central Casting because you have to
Yeah.
stand in line and you have to go to each audition and you got to make sure you're wearing the right clothes, you look the part, and it's just, it can be degrading.
Yeah,
How
for
do
sure.
you keep your spirits up when it comes to that?
You know, I think what's always worked for me is like, I've just, again, with this Michael Jordan, he told me it's all a business, you know, and you just, you know, don't treat it like it's acting really or like show business, you know, it's, you know, people are going to choose you because they want to, you know, you're going to make them money and, you know, you got to be good to work around.
So don't take it personal type of thing.
Yeah, well, and I mean, yeah, that, and then just being like humble and just always being like ready and prepared and on time has always just like made all the difference, you know? Because I know people that are crazy talented, but they can't either get to set on time or they're just not putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
Some people are too afraid to do background work or extra work because they think it's going to degrade their career. But me, I've gotten all sorts of gigs just by starting out being in background and then just being promoted and, you know, yeah.
So what are some simple steps you took? You said Central Casting, and do you
Central
just
Casting, yeah.
Because I know you commute back and forth. So do you just go back when you have something lined up, or?
Yeah, basically the key is don't tell anyone in LA that you're from Fresno or wherever you're
'Cause
from.
they won't
you know?
call you.
Yeah, so luckily my aunt and uncle live down there, so I just used their address for a few years, and then actually, my agent actually doesn't even know I live back here in Fresno, because as soon as she gets me an audition, I just hop right in the car and I get
just
there.
go.
I just get there like as soon as I can, so.
Yeah. So what if does she call you and say,
Yeah.
hey, you have an hour to be here, you have 2 hours, or she always gives you
Luckily
like
not yet.
a day heads up?
Usually, yeah, it's like 24 hours ahead. Sometimes it's like 4 or 5 hours, but all I need is 3, so
So
it's cool.
are you doing background work still, or are you just doing, have you got any roles?
I don't do background work while I'm living in Fresno, It's cool. I mean, even background work being like in the Screen Actors Guild pays like 400 plus, like, just on a 12-hour day, which is good money.
That's good money. I would love
But,
somebody to pay me $400 in a month.
Yeah, no, it's easy work too. You get fed all day long, and it's so easy.
So what do you do? I know like it's hit and miss with roles. So what do you do
Yeah.
now currently to keep your money up and to make money? Are you currently working right now?
Yeah, that's why I moved back here. I'm trying to expand my dad's business. So he started it like 28 years ago with this small takeout delivery Italian food place called Mamma Mia's.
It's delicious.
And,
like I've actually
thank
had the
you. Thank
calzone
you.
and it was to die for.
Cool, yeah, I
No,
appreciate
like I
that.
almost died because it was so much pizza I almost had a baby stroke. But yeah. It was
Yeah,
good,
no,
though.
you got to be careful. You can't eat
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's too much.
2 sittings. So that's kind of what you do. So that's like your job to pay your bills and keep everything going. And then
No.
on the side you work on, or
Yeah, well, not only that, I think acting and like the restaurant business are like, they both have my heart 50-50, I don't think of, working for my dad as, a chore or anything. Like, I love it, and that's why I came back, because he told me he might be ready. He told me he's still young enough and I'm old enough now to start expanding, opening another location. So
Wow.
I said I'm all about it. And I lived in LA for 2 years, and I hit the milestones I wanted to hit as far as getting an agent, joining the union, getting speaking roles, modeling, this and that, So I don't know. I just got really lucky, and again, like I said, just putting myself out there constantly. So now I'm content just knowing I did it. And if something keeps coming my way, I'll keep continuing to commute down there. But for now, my heart's kind of in the restaurant business.
so are you kind of over it? Are you, because I know it gets trying, right?
Yeah.
How
oh,
do
yeah.
you just keep yourself motivated? Do you have like a team behind you? Have family members that keep pushing you, or?
You know what? I think the deeper you get into it, your motivation changes, but it's all good, as long as there's motivation there. My motivation now isn't the same at all as it was when I was 18 getting on my first gig, but now it's just the motivation just to keep going and just to be able to, I like people knowing that I'm into acting, and it gives me something to talk about, keeps
Exactly.
me interesting. So that's kind of my motivation now, is just give people, have something to talk about, I guess.
So in LA, in the industry, does it get tempting? Like, is there temptation? Do you get offered certain roles if you do certain things? Do you, like, how does it, is it really like they say? Like, what's some little background that you can give us about the industry that not a lot of people know?
Oh, like this kind of like that scandalous type side. I don't know too much. It's definitely stronger for like women trying to get into the scene, because I don't know, man. For me, I never really had any like cougars or anything like high up on the totem pole trying to get at me, really. But I mean, for girls, I have tons of girlfriends down there, and they're always getting hit on,
Yeah,
and-
especially trying to get a role and whatnot.
yeah, so.
So what advice can you give to people like who want to pursue the acting career? Should they go for it? Should they not?
Yeah, I think go for it, But I mean, a lot of people give me the excuse like, I want to act, but I don't want to pack all my bags, move to LA. I don't want to like, make all these sacrifices. And
I told you that, huh? Remember we had that conversation?
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
talking to you just about the living situation. I was like, I don't know if I like, I want to go down. If I got a gig, I would go. But other than that, doing it, I was kind of like, but I was a little bit older too. So,
Yeah.
So I have a little segment called Getting to Know Mike, and you have to answer these quick. We're going to do it moving, okay?
Okay,
Age.
24.
Okay. Do you want children someday?
Not right now, but
Someday.
someday.
It's okay to say
yes,
no. I don't
love
want
kids.
children.
I love kids.
You
yeah.
love them, but you want them as yours? Because it's okay to love somebody else's kid from a distance, like, oh, your kid is cute, but I don't want one.
Yeah, no, I'd love my own kid. Right now, I'm so focused with the acting and the restaurant side of my life, so I would stay
Marriage.
focused. But marriage, shoot, honestly, I could see myself adopting before getting married or something.
Oh.
I've always been single my whole
Uh-huh.
life. I've never really been tied down, and I think that's the way for me. So
Okay,
I'm
that's
happy
good
with
to
that.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, what turns you on in a girl?
And a girl,
Looks, personality.
definitely personality, you know, but, you know, I can't say I don't like the looks.
You have to, of
Yeah.
course. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Pet peeve, shoot, I don't like when people trick me into doing something, you know, or like they get me to be somewhere because they say someone else is going to be there, or put me in a situation, you know, where, I mean, I've gone on a couple of dates with girls thinking that there's going to be other girls there. It's going to be kind of like a kickback environment. Ends up being like almost a Netflix and chill
Yeah,
type
me-
of situation. So I don't know. I
Okay.
don't like that.
So what's the secret that people don't know about you?
A secret about me, shoot. I'm so open, you know. I don't know if there's any secrets about me, but
Okay.
you saw me out
And-
in action the other night. So.
I passed out at the club.
Yeah.
And what's fun to you? What's the most fun for you?
Fun. I like keeping busy and just always having something new to do, you know. So this weekend I'm actually doing a shoot with some friends. We're just shooting like this silly pilot out in Laguna Beach, you know. So like
Yeah.
a reality show type thing. So I just random. I like being random.
Okay. So we got the panel coming up. You gonna stick around with this?
Cool, of course, of course.
We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to the Carlese Show, and I got my panel. I like to call them my celebrity panel because I like to think of my friends as celebrities. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Michael Anthony.
Back, I'm Johnny.
Monisha Edwards.
And I'm Courtney again.
All right, so we finna get to it. Okay, so Elton John and his children. Elton John said he's only gonna give his children enough money for a car and a house. How would you feel about that?
I feel was blessed. Like
He's worth $455 million.
okay, but
And-
even the fact of getting a car and a house, like that's already stepping stones. You can do whatever you want with that car and the house. You can sell that. You can get the money. You can
And do
something.
what? Sell it and get the money and do what?
And spend
Start
it on
your-
alcohol.
do whatever you want to do with it.
Whatever.
I doubt that somebody's parents who's worth $455 million only gonna give him a house and a car. Like, what are you supposed to do? You're a John. Like, you can't go to
He doesn't want to
the-
spoil his kids. He doesn't want to bring up his kids being, you know,
Entitled.
Yeah, entitled
Right.
just because they are John.
But
you
me
know what I
having to
mean?
deal with being your son, I can't go anywhere. People trying to take pictures. I have to be perfect. I have to do this and this and that. I think I should be entitled to something. I
They
can't
had
be able to
18
be.
years
to
of
what?
rich.
Yeah.
They was
Entitled
18
to
years
what?
rich before they got like.
So isn't it harder to go from being rich to not?
What if you went from broke to broke?
No, but you used to being broke.
But what if the house he's giving them is like a multi-million-dollar mansion,
House.
and like
You don't
a
know what
really
type of house
fat
it is.
car, and like, you know, what if like what they get is like, you know, worth some money?
So if you're driving around a Benz for 18 years of your life, top-notch technology, all that, and then somebody puts you in a 96 Civic, is that fine?
Hopefully that when they get older, they're gonna be able to like, you know, take care of themselves and support their, you know.
He wants to see what
Right.
they can do first, maybe. Things
Right.
can
You
always
gotta
change
work
down the
hard
road, so
regardless
maybe
of
this
where
is just
you
a
came
test,
from.
you know?
Well,
I don't
he's
know.
already almost 70, so he's probably going to die soon. So they're getting the paperwork and all that done. I would tell him, show me something, and then, you know, or release some every 2 years, give them $1 million, just to keep them.
They're children
No,
still. They're
yeah,
children
they're
still.
kids.
So
And who's to say that's the only thing that they're gonna get? You know what I'm saying? A house. Is he paying for their education? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's gonna do that too. So you got a free ride, a car, and a house. Come on now.
Okay, so they came up with this new thing. It's called, this gentleman actually started, if you can go a week without complaining. Like any kind of complaints, you email them to yourself. Like you don't complain about your day, your mates, your work, anything. You email them to yourself, and then at the end of the week, you read it. Do y'all think y'all can go a week without complaining?
No.
No.
I complain the second I wake up.
You
I was like, why am I getting? Do I
It's
really need
so
this job?
early.
First
like,
of all, I
Yeah.
complain about emailing, so how's that going to work?
It's like, I think complaining is like a form of venting.
Yeah.
It's healthy just to talk about it, even though you know nobody's gonna do anything about it, but it's like you feel better.
yeah, you can't change
Right.
it, but like I be at work like, oh my God, I'm so annoyed with this. Like, it ain't gonna change. I'm gonna come back to work tomorrow. When I walk right from the back, I'm gonna be smiling, acting like nothing is wrong. But it
Talk
feels
about
good
it.
to go back and say it back there real quick, and then come back like, okay.
Right.
Exactly.
And complaining is like a, you know, like the norm. You know,
Yeah.
it's natural.
They said if you have a mate and you want to complain to your mate, you should tell them, hey, I'm gonna complain for about 3 minutes, just hear it. And then, so they're gonna be like, they're gonna think like, oh, this is about to be horrible. And then when you tell them, they're gonna be like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, so, I don't know. Maybe y'all should stop complaining all this
I
week.
wouldn't put a time on it.
And then we gonna
Because
report
he'll be
next
like,
week.
5 minutes.
He'd be
I
like,
gotta
she-
wait 5 whole
she gotta
minutes.
shut
I don't know.
So it's been in the news actually that syphilis has gone up 60% in Fresno.
I read about
And I
that.
actually bought a live sample of syphilis. Courtney, show on the back of your hand.
I was like, you brought syphilis? I was like, how do you I'm like, no.
They said there's been an increase because of needles, drugs, so the needle use and prostitutions. So it's up 60%. And it starts off as like a rash, and then
I didn't know prostitution was so okay until I met some people here in Fresno. Like they just act like it's just
It's
another
normal.
job, and
It
girls are
is.
like,
It
I'm
is.
like,
And
It is the job, and
they
it's
try to
tax-free.
be trapping.
yeah, that's
and
the
they
No
call
offense to
themselves-
nobody hustle.
Yeah,
You
no, I
get it
mean-
how you get it, but
Yeah, exactly. So that makes us horrible. So Turkey, not the bird, the country, they've actually banned Facebook and Twitter because there was like a deadly bombing that was set up on Facebook or Twitter. So what y'all think if the United States banned Facebook and Twitter?
how we
that's
gonna-
not gonna
how we gonna
no.
We
live?
don't know what to do.
No.
Like,
No. Nobody's doing that.
The morning news.
Right.
I scroll
Some
through-
people
yeah, I
get
scroll through
all
my
their news
phone
from Facebook.
before I even
Exactly.
like have breakfast in the morning.
And that's the problem too, to get
It
all their
is.
news from Facebook. And it makes sense, but it's just like, I thought to myself, I'm like, we're so reliant on social media. Like we'll get on social media before we get on CNN. You know, to see what's going on because
I'm out. What channel is
It's true.
CNN? I don't know what.
exactly. Well,
get on
you don't have
Facebook, though.
cable, so you don't have CNN.
Don't
He just
do
put
me.
you
You
on
have,
blast.
yeah.
Put all your business
I've been
out
a very
there.
loyal Comcast customer since I was 18. Thank you very much.
You've been giving them all your money.
I've been
Okay,
giving them a lot
so
of money, yeah.
I'm gonna have you pull the first question. This is a segment called Ask Carlese, so I'm gonna pull one of the questions out and read it.
Okay.
Put that one back. Read the other one. No.
My friends try to tell me that my boyfriend is cheating on me. Do I listen to my girls or believe my man?
That's oh no.
It depends because females. Wait, is she a girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Females, when somebody tries to tell them their man is cheating, they think
They get
Yeah, they-
bitter.
Somebody hate me.
They get
they
bitter.
stay with
Yeah.
their man
Like,
and
I
turn
don't
on their
understand
friends
why
and be like, oh,
everyone's
she
so
just
mad.
wants him. That's why we're telling them she just wants my man and whatnot. Like, females, stop doing that. Like, nobody's gonna tell you your man is cheating on you for no reason.
But there is a certain point of like that's where trust comes in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just can't believe everything that you hear. You know what I mean? Because people are always from the outside looking in. They don't know. They're just looking at what they see. They don't know nothing. You know what I mean? Or they could know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In different situations. But you gotta. You know what I mean? Dance a fine line and figure it out. And girls can lurk, and I can investigate. So if I get some information, believe me, I'm checking
Y'all
for
trying to
you.
say FBI
Right,
agents.
that's
huh?
right.
So
I'm
if
the
one
type
of your
of
friends
person-
brought it to you, what would you?
I'm the type of person I have to see it for myself. I'm gonna be like, do you got some screenshots? You know, did you take a picture? You know what I'm saying? Because the girl he with, that could be his cousin for all you know. You don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type of person, you know, I'll be like, you know, I'll take it into consideration. It'll be in my mind, but at the same time, I'm just gonna be like, you know, I really gotta see something. I can't just believe any he say, she say, because you don't never know anybody's motive behind stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Michael, you would, if one of your friends, oh, well, you don't even have, you like being single, so you
I
ain't got to
don't
deal with
date.
that.
Because that's all that's on my mind in a
Yeah.
relationship is who's cheating. You know, I don't
Oh,
know, man.
God.
He
That's
like,
just
don't
that's
put me
too-
in
I don't
that.
know, it hurts.
That's horrible.
It hurts too bad.
That's horrible. When I mean, that's not a good feeling. What about you,
No.
Johnny?
I mean, you know me, I'm petty. I'll be like, hey, your man was at the club the other day.
I seen him.
And let me tell you, I'm only gonna tell you this once, but leave. Just leave.
Okay, so we always like to end with a quote, and this week's quote is, "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all," by Oscar Wilde.
That's
I'm not
real,
saying
though.
that's all as the quote, but until next time, y'all, thank you for tuning into the Carlese Show.
Night, guys.